Hey gut feelers, today we're going to talk about the one-on-one premium support that I'm offering. Got a lot of questions from you. What makes you different from other health practitioners? What can I expect? Is it really worth the money I'm investing in my health? Does it make sense? Now I've decided the best way to share this information with you is sharing a story from a client, which is super touching. We just had our last session a few weeks ago and I asked her, hey, is it okay if I share your story? I'm also going to give you insights into how we work. So you're going to see the tracking protocol, you see part of the action plan, you see everything in detail. I hope this story inspires you. Also, if you are struggled a lot, you struggled for years with your gut, with anxiety, with low energy, with constipation, all kinds of digestive problems, and you think like it's too late, I tell you it's not too late. It's never too late because your body is a miracle. Your body is designed to heal. And all we do on the YouTube channel here on Gut Feelings, but also on the one-on-one support, is to create a healing environment for your body to thrive. Yeah, we don't heal the body heals itself. We just give it all it needs and hold it in this space with some consistency and patience, and then it does all the healing work for us. Just as a disclaimer up front, even if you're not able to work one-on-one with me or with another healing practitioner, you can still heal. Watch the YouTube videos, watch this on the Gut Feelings channel. This is why I created it, especially if you're not able to put so much finances behind your health. Totally understand that. One good entry point after watching the YouTube videos is the Gut Healing Challenge that I created. It's a 1-week program that you can access on my website and get a preview and see if it works for you. It's an all-inclusive program and gives you everything you need to get started. Just to give you some options here, guys. Now, let's dive right into the story of Sarah. Sarah is from California, from the US. Why I decided to take her story is because it had this feeling of, wow, there is no way out. You know, sometimes I get clients, it's like, you know, it's pretty easy for me, it's fun, it's simple, we get through this, we do 1 consultation, maybe 3 follow-up sessions, and they're good to go. But if I choose a story like that, you might think like, oh my God, I can heal, and then you give up because you think you're not healing fast enough. Sarah's story is so touching because it's a combination of emotional trauma, of a long-term gut issues, of taking a lot of medications, of also having children, having a business. So it all really comes together. It's a really full life. Now, who's Sarah? Sarah is 48. She has 2 children, which are grown-ups. One of them is expecting a child. I mean, the son. She has a son who the partner is expecting a child. So she's just about to become grandmother. Congratulations for that, Sarah. And when she came to me, she had a business for over 4.5 years, which was working really well. She worked in real estate, basically helped people to find their dream house. It was something she really loved, but she had to give up like a half a year ago before we started working together. She needed to give that up because she couldn't sleep. She had anxiety issues, like big anxiety in the morning, too much cortisol. She had constipation, bloating, and acid reflux that she couldn't sleep in the bed like normal people with a pillow, but she had to stack like several pillows in the back just to sleep upright so she could breathe and she didn't have the mucus and the acids coming up overnight. She also struggled by just getting the basic stuff done. She had low energy. Luckily enough, she has a new partner now, which really supports her in a healing journey. This is so beautiful. Sarah was one of those clients who went to, I think it was 4 different naturopaths, 3 or 4, I'm not 100% sure, and a lot of doctors in the US. She came with 24 pages of just test results, from SIBO test to allergy tests to food intolerances, histamine intolerance, acid reflux test, a lot of the tests that naturopaths do, but also normal doctors. She was on the healing journey for over 9 years. She never had a good digestion, I have to say, but when it all started to get so bad that she also had like troubles with her business and troubles with the kids when they were still living in the house, was when she had like deep emotional trauma. She lost both her parents in a car accident, like just from one minute to the other a few years back. And of course, like so deep and so shocking trauma from one minute to the next, it has an impact on the body. Basically because it weakens your immune system. All the toxins, all the pathogens, weaknesses in the organs, for internal organs, the imbalances in the gut, it just comes out and it can be so overwhelming. When she came to me, what is different from how other naturopaths work, you don't get like 20 pages of what you should do as an email or anything like that, or I also don't give you hundreds of different supplements to take and you can do this and this and this and this. One of the main things, just because I experienced this myself, and one of the main things that helps me is if I have like an overall thing where we focus on. So usually I make this 3 points. In Sarah's case, it was hydration because of her constipation issues, and then we focused on the stomach acid, rebuilding the good stomach acid because of the acid reflux and the bloating and the overall digestive impairment. And then we had an inflamed nervous system. This is like key. A lot of people who have anxiety and sleep issues and have inflamed nerves often combined with toxic heavy metals in the brain. So just 3 things to focus on: hydration, HCl, stomach acid, and inflamed nervous system. This is how we started. And then it's a dance after that. If it's not just a one-off, but with follow-up sessions, we adapt your protocol depending on how your symptoms develop and how we track that. And I'm going to show you that, how we track the progress in just a second. Now, here's how it works, and here's also how we did it with Sarah. Sarah booked a first consultation with me, and then what happens is somebody from my support team reaches out to you to get your appointment confirmation, get the link to the meeting room, and you get the complete analysis form, a comprehensive analysis that you fill out online. Part of it is your health story, part of it is what you're doing in life. There's also space for your questions that we're also going to discuss in the first consultation. And then I use this data, what you submitted, to prepare for your first session and to set everything up, set up the tracking protocol, make your action plan. I'm going to show you that in a minute as well. And also add any additional information like videos that I think are important for you to watch. Any supplements, you get them linked, so you just click on them. It's easy to purchase if you want to purchase through Amazon. A done for you protocol. Because what I noticed is when you're struggling with adrenal fatigue, which was Sarah's case as well, you don't want to have more confusion. Have it like something simple to focus on because you already just have so much energy in your day. Now let's have a look into the tracking protocol and the action plan that I gave Sarah to start improving. So you see a little bit how this looks like. Always different. It really depends on what you're struggling with. Also what I know from you, what you tried already, what didn't work, what did work. So we adapt this. So don't think, oh God, I have all these things that she mentioned, I can just copy that. I mean, you can try. It's not going to be your protocol. Okay, so let's get started with the analysis form, which is the first thing that I get from you, the first information. Let's look into some of the questions so you know what's coming if you decide to work one-on-one with me. Okay, guys, so what you see here is the comprehensive analysis form that you're going to be invited to fill out after you booked your session. You're going to get an email from my support team, and then you're going to fill out this comprehensive analysis, some general information. You're going to fill out health challenges, really important, like what you're struggling at the moment with. Also things that you've tried already. This is really, really interesting. Things that might have worked already for you. Maybe you're taking a supplement that feels really supportive, a magnesium supplement, for example, for anxiety. Your diet, how does your diet at the moment look like? What is your relationship to food, and your really detailed, what's your dinner, breakfast, lunch looks like. My intention is not to make you a vegan or a fruitarian or anything like that. We want to look what works for your body and what doesn't. And in the protocol I'm going to share with you just in a moment when we go into the tracking protocol, we're going to track your symptoms and how they improve or how they worsen throughout what you eat and throughout the action steps that we're doing and through the supplement and lifestyle changes. So it's really, really important to know what you're doing already, and then we adapt, and we do that slowly. We're not going to overwhelm your body with any kind of radical changes because your body doesn't like these kind of changes. It likes it slow and smooth, and so it's going to be a good journey for you and your body together. Lifestyle is also really, really important. I want to know everything, your sleeping habits, your emotional state. Are you leaning towards negativity, the stress in your family maybe? Also people that inspire you is very, very interesting. And then your health history, you look into surgeries, in medication you took, tests you've done, and really from your teeth to everything. To your, if you're a woman, of course, that makes a difference. Minerals and supplements that you take at the moment. And then also questions. There's always time for your questions because I want you to get really satisfied after your first consultation, to have a good feeling, knowing exactly where you're going. And of course, one thing that I'm really, really interested in is also in supporting you to connect more to your own intuition and to your own gut feelings. So I will ask you, what's your sense of what helps you the most? What's your next step? And you're going to submit this form. Filling out this form usually takes clients 30 minutes, 35 minutes. The more time you spend here, the better I can prepare for your first session. And then we do the session together, we discuss everything, we discuss your questions, we discuss the action plan, and then after the session you get this document, which only me and you have access to, the tracking protocol over here, to the action plan, and also to everything you filled in the comprehensive analysis. So nobody of my team or anybody else will access this information. Your action plan, this is what you get after the session, so you know exactly where to start. So you have something black on white. Your focus areas is what we discussed before, so 3 things to focus on at the moment, and we always update this one. Then anything about diet that we discussed. So for Sarah it was about excluding dairy and eggs in the beginning and bringing in more greens. I give you a good example for what's the best breakfast for you, lunch, dinner, snacks in between, lifestyle routine and healing routines. For Sarah here it was about rebounding, important for the lymphatic system to detox. Also for her anxiety, we did the sunset meditation for quite some months. She really enjoyed this one. And then we are going into the supplements and herbs. Here guys, the least supplements is the best. So I'm not going to give you, I heard from other practitioners, they give you like a list of 20 different supplements that you're all going to take after the first consultations. Is not what I'm doing. Usually I actually prefer to give you no supplements after the first consultation, or just a few, because I want to know like how your body is already adapting with the diet changes and with the lifestyle changes that we're going to do. For her it was valerian root and neuromark, which she really enjoyed. This is a magnesium that actually crosses the blood-brain barrier. It's great for anxiety and sleep. And then this one here is the link to your tracking protocol. I'm going to look at that in a second. Open that, and it really takes like 5 minutes to fill out every day for tracking your progress. This is my best healing tool so far. Clients love this because this helps you really understand what happens in your body and which changes are actually helpful and which are not. And then last but not least, after the first session, I invite you to fill out this mindset and goals sheet, which helps you, we're going to find it over here, which helps you to really pinpoint down where you want to go. No, I usually go for 3 months because that's a good time period for seeing first improvements. You decide which goals you want to achieve. It's not me. I'm just going to help you to get to those goals. This is my only objective. And then the why section, this is the emotional why you need to achieve this. Because we can have so many goals and never get to them. For Sarah, for example, it was like being there for her kids, yeah? Or now that she becomes a grandmother, she wants to be supportive and supports her young son who just becomes a father. Also connect more with her new partner that she has now, so she needs the energy. That was something that was important for her. And then you click this link, after you got to the action plan, click this link and you come here. And this is the #1 healing tool. This is really special because it really tracks down. This is not hocus pocus, it's not esoteric, it just tracks down exactly what we're doing and what helps and what doesn't. So you see, I'm just going to show you when we started. It was July 2018 apparently, and those are the action steps. They change a little bit from each session. For Sarah, it was about coconut water and cucumber juice, and also like the supplements she took already, which was zinc and vitamin C, and the medication. She was on quite some medication. So we see like my action and healing steps, and once you did that, in the evening you fill in a yes or a no. Then the symptoms, we track your symptoms. So we decide together which symptoms you want to track. For Sarah it was about constipation, energy levels, bloating, sleep. 1 to 10. 1 is the worst, 10 is always the best. And you see there is some improvement happening here down the line already a little bit. Just copied the first ones. Yeah, you can see. There's a little bit. But again, guys, this takes time. This is not a chemical pill that we're doing. We're really helping your body to heal itself. So patience, especially if you're struggling for a long time, always required. Here on the in the last page, again, this is super private, so I made it black. This is comments, your comments and questions. If during the week when we're not working together, there come up some questions, or there was a change, for example, you got a cold, or for the women, if they have like strong period pain or anything like that goes in there. And then I also have a tab here, a column here where I can comment. So this is it. Then of course also your food is important, which we have a separate sheet here, basically lunch, dinner, breakfast, what did you eat? So we actually we can see how things are correlating between your symptoms, between which action steps we took. And guys, this is so empowering when you have this black on white and you actually see from the mess you've been before how you come out the other tunnel. Even if it's just a month and you see like how you developed, then you know like you're doing something that works, you know, and you can really see, okay, I didn't eat gluten and this happened. Or I started eating a little bit of dairy. She had like a few days where she ate dairy, and then we see it in the symptoms, you know, direct feedback. Okay, guys, I hope this is helpful. Now, one of the things I'm also doing, in Sarah's case, she had a lot of emotional trauma. She had nightmares because of her parents dying in this car crash. So we did a little bit of emotional release work as well. You can also cry with me on the phone. I had several people crying. I'm just going to be there. Apart from the medical background, I also have several years in psychotherapy training. The most important thing I think every naturopath should bring to you is empathy. If somebody books a one-on-one consulting with me, they want to heal, and they did already so many things, and sometimes it really breaks my heart to see how much clients are doing to heal. I'm gonna keep the thumbs up because I know you can heal. I saw it so many times before. I hope this was valuable for you, this video. I'd love to know from you, does it interest you to hear about how I work with one-on-one clients and to hear those stories? If that's the case, give me a yes for more client stories in the comments below, and I'm happy to share more. Please know it's not your fault if you haven't healed yet. It's still possible, and know that your body is the one that heals. It's not the doctor, it's not me, it's not you, it's your body, and we're just going to create this healing environment for it. Bless you so much. I wish you all the best to your healing journey, and let's keep in touch. Bye bye.